Lucia Flores-Wiseman earns four-chair turn singing in Spanish on The Voice. See who she chose as her coach. On Monday, February 24th, Flores-Wiseman earned a four-chair turn during her blind audition with Angela Aguilar's La Llorona. Flores-Wiseman, 22, who's from Maple Valley, Washington, is the daughter of a Mexican immigrant and dedicated her audition to her parents. Only seconds after she began her powerful performance, while playing guitar, Coach Adam Levine turned his chair. Coaches Michael Buble, Lucia Ballerini, and John Legend quickly followed. When the audition was over, all of the coaches, along with the crowd, cheered loudly for the contestant. Then the coaches began their pleas. That made me weirdly emotional. Did you guys feel that? I was very teary. Well, no notes. Ballerini, 31, began. I really just want to be along for your ride. I want to be a sounding board when you need it. You have a God-given voice. Levine, 45, added, it's very rare that someone has it all. The emotion, the precision. This is my 17th season doing the show, and I just want to fall madly in love with a singer and their voice that I felt was singular and that I never heard anything like before, and here you are. So welcome. Legend, 46, began by asking Flores-Wiseman to tell him a little bit about herself. Flores-Wiseman shared that she's influenced by Brandi Carlile, who's from her hometown, and she sings at the airport, weddings, and anything that you can imagine. Listening to you sing that song is like Janis Joplin and Amy Winehouse singing in Spanish, which is such an interesting combination of things, the All of Me singer said. This is why we love music so much. Because we get to hear people like you kicking the ass of a song. You really kicked its ass. We would all love to coach you, I certainly would. The Maroon 5 frontman then raised his hand to speak again. If you'll humor me, I've got to tell you a story about Brandi Carlile. What struck me about her is that it was a voice you couldn't ignore, but it was so different. And when you were singing, especially when you were doing the things that nobody in the world does, that has the potential to do what Brandi did, which is disrupt and change the way that people perceive what good singing is. That versatility and that passion, all of that. You have it all in spades. Flores-Wiseman took to his spiel and responded. That was a good pitch. For Buble's turn, he brought out the big guns and spoke to her in Spanish. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, seriously. You have an amazing voice. I want you on my team, the home singer 49 said before continuing in English. You are so unique. You are so amazing. If I'm lucky enough that you choose me, Lucia, awesome. If not, I'm going to watch you every week, and I'm going to cheer for you. Thank you for lifting this whole place up and being so amazing. When it came time for her to choose, the coaches waited with bated breath. Flores-Wiseman then announced her choice, Team Levine. Lucia is a gift, the Sunday morning singer said in an interview afterward. Just when you think you've heard it all, Lucia comes and tears it all down and shatters expectations, but also has the power and the prowess and the soulfulness. On February 24, 2025, 22-year-old Lucia Flores-Wiseman took center stage during The Voice Season 27 blind auditions, delivering an unforgettable rendition of Angela Aguilar's Spanish-language folk ballad, La Llorona. Accompanying herself on guitar, this native of Maple Valley, Washington, and daughter of a Mexican immigrant, brought raw emotion, soulful rasp, and a storytelling style that immediately resonated with both the audience and the coaches. From the moment she began singing, the coaches recognized something extraordinary. Adam Levine was the first to hit his button, followed swiftly by Michael Buble, who even exclaimed, "Vamos," in solidarity with her powerful voice. Lucia Ballerini and John Legend weren't far behind, completing an exceptionally rare four-chair turn, a hallmark of undeniable talent. Coach reactions. What they heard, Lucia Ballerini. Emotional honesty. Ballerini wiped away tears as she watched Lucia bare her soul. I was very teary. You have a God-given voice, she said emphatically, expressing a heartfelt desire to support Lucia on her journey. Adam Levine. The complete package. Returning for his 17th season as a coach, Levine praised Lucia's mix of emotion and precision. He called her a singular talent with a voice he's never heard anything like before and admitted he was ready to fall in love with her artistry. John Legend, a fusion of power and nuance. Legend compared her sound to Janis Joplin and Amy Winehouse singing in Spanish, noting how she kicked the ass of a song. He saw in Lucia an artist who delivers both grit and depth. Michael Bublé, suave and strategic, even singing in Spanish Lo siento chicos. Bublé tried to win Lucia over with his smooth charm, joking that learning Spanish was part of a super long game, so she'd choose him. He admitted he'd cheer her on, no matter what. The big decision. Team Levine. After an electrifying round of coach pitches, Lucia made her choice. She joined Team Adam Levine. Levine, visibly moved, said, "Greater than Lucia is a gift. Just when you think you've heard it all, she comes and tears it all down and shatters expectations. She has the power, prowess, and soulfulness." Lucia's blend of cultural authenticity and raw artistry undeniably resonated with Levine's musical sensibility. The voice of heritage and influence. Lucia's choice to perform La Llorona, a Mexican folk classic made famous in modern times by Aguilar, highlights her deep connection to her heritage. Though she grew up in Washington, she became fluent in Spanish during time spent abroad, drawing on the strength of her cultural roots. She cites singer-songwriter Brandi Carlile, also from Maple Valley, as a major influence. Levine echoed this sentiment, seeing parallels between Lucia's disruptive potential and Carlile's impact on the Americana scene. A season marked by power. Lucia wasn't alone in bringing a surge of talent to Team Levine. Early in the season, he scored other four-chair turns. Ethan Eckenrode, with his soulful grace, and Grace Miller Moody, who boldly chose a Maroon 5 song, were prime examples. Lucia's addition bolsters Levine's roster, suggesting that the comeback of the former Maroon 5 frontman as a coach may be the storyline of season 27. What's next for Lucia? As of May 13, 2025, The Voice has entered its live show phase. Lucia has advanced to the top 5 thanks to standout performances like Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden, an emotional nod to her varied tastes and bold range. Her journey continues as she faces fierce competition, including Adam David Team Buble, Jaden Cree Team Buble, Renzo Team Legend, Jelen Johnston Team Kelsia. Lucia's unique ability to honor her roots while exploring alternative genres makes her a strong contender in the finals. Cultural resonance. Lucia's performance isn't just a win for her, it's a moment of representation. Singing entirely in Spanish on a mainstream American stage, she truly honored her heritage. Coaches praised her for bringing a new dimension to the stage, and her audition struck a balance between soulful Americana and Mexican folk tradition. Looking ahead, the final stage. As The Voice moves closer to crowning its season 27 winner, Lucia's artistry continues to evolve. Under Levine's mentorship and with such early acclaim, will she preserve her niche or adapt to pop mainstream? How far can her cross-genre influence take her in live performances? One thing's clear, Lucia Flores-Wiseman has transformed her La Llorona cover into a narrative of heritage, talent, and bold choice. Final thoughts. Lucia's dazzling four-chair turn, the emotionally charged coach pitches, her deep cultural roots, and her fearless path forward make her one of the most compelling stories of the season. She's not just competing, she's changing the conversation on The Voice. As live shows unfold, one thing's certain. Lucia's rich voice and poignant story have already left a mark. Whether she wins or not, her journey, anchored by that skin-tingling